Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about the Dead Detective Boys recasting. So tonight, I was kind of bored and I didn't feel like doing the audio for one of my other videos, and so I was just online and I was wondering hey, whatever happened to Doom Patrol? What's going on with season 4? And so as I'm looking for information on that, I couldn't find nothing. And so I'm like, okay, what else can I research? And then so I'm like, oh wait, whatever happened to that Dead Detective Boy spinoff they were doing for HBO Max? So I googled that, and so I'm like, okay, I couldn't find no, I didn't feel like going to no article, so I just went to Wikipedia, and so I'm like, okay, they're still going ahead with that, and they're gonna have 8 episodes, and so I'm like, okay, wish there was more, but whatever. And so because the dead boy detective dudes, or whatever you call them, so they appeared in season 3, episode 3 of Doom Patrol. And it was a really good episode where the Doom Patrol had died, except for Larry, and he had to go into the underworld with these 3 teenagers and try to get them back. I talked about that episode before. I reviewed it, so go watch that. So anyway, it was a really good episode. I'm all like, okay, well, if they keep this up, then I wouldn't mind watching an actual series and stuff like that. And so when when they got renewed, they got a spinoff, I'm like, hey, cool, you know what I'm saying? I'll check it out. If it's interesting, I'll keep on watching it and stuff, right? And so as I'm reading the thing on Wikipedia, I saw that Crystal Palace got recast. I'm like, oh man, that sucks, because I like the actress who was in that. I also like the 2 Dead Boy actors. And so as I kept reading, I was like, hold up, these names aren't matching from what Doom Patrol had. I'm like, did they just seriously recast the entire thing? I was like, no, but they did. And so I went to Variety and some other websites, and I'm reading and I'm reading. I'm just like, no freaking way. They recast the 3 main cast stars. And I'm just like, why? Seriously, why did they do that for? And so as I'm reading more, HBO Max don't want to comment on this. I'm just like, that's some low down mess right there. Could you imagine being a star and then being in an episode that people liked, and they're like, hey, gonna give you a spinoff. They're like, woohoo, and steady work. Only to find out months later, hey, yeah, we ain't going ahead with y'all. We're gonna go with a new cast and everything. That's gotta be some depressing crap, man. And just and the thing that everybody just wants to know is why? Why? And so about 30 weeks ago, all the stars posted stuff from the Doom Patrol episode. And so that was back in September. I think that's around the time the news broke. Now there was the actress Madeline. She posted a story, which is gone now, so I can't see it. And so a lot of her fans were sad and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna assume that since they're gonna do the whole Titans Doom Patrol thing, this is gonna be set yet again in another universe, separate from that of Doom Patrol. When is DC just gonna learn? Some things can be connected. Not everything has to be in its own universe. You know what I'm saying? We want to be able to tie things in back to Doom Patrol, and now we can't. And now I don't want to watch, because I was the original cast was cool. You know what I'm saying? All the people that was in it was really, really cool. And so now it's just I don't want to have to re-like these people and get to know them. What if they're not as cool as the other people? You know what I'm saying? Even the first 2 dudes they cast, they look dead. So, you know what I'm saying? And so that was perfect and everything. And their personalities complemented each other. And so now it's just oh. So I just wanted to get a little update on that. I'll link the article below. I'm not even gonna try to butcher none of their names. It doesn't even really matter now, man. Cause it's like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why did they recast for? I hate when crap does it. Now, sometimes a recasting can be good, and other times it can't. Because then the other person brings a completely different personality, and it's just kind of like, it wasn't like how the other person did it, and one of those type things. And it's just kind of like, ah, like I was really excited for this series, and now I gotta get used to some new people and stuff. I mean, I have nothing against the new people. I have no idea who they are, but it just when you get used to something, you want to stick to that something. You don't want like somebody completely brand new and stuff. And so hopefully it will still be good and everything. And if not, well then, so you know what will happen. Now, the one part of the recasting that got me pretty heated because I don't understand the thought process of this one was that of Crystal Palace. And it's not just because, I'm a fan of the original actress who played her, but okay, this is what Crystal Palace looks like in the comic. As you can tell, she looks pretty Asian and stuff like that, right? And so for the original one from Doom Patrol, that actress is white, but her mom, because both her parents are white, but her mom is like half Filipino. So she got some Asian in her. So okay, fine, that's cool, you know what I'm saying, for Doom Patrol. At least she got some Asian in her and stuff like that. But then the recasting. This actress is clearly not Asian, and she's black. Now, I'm a black man myself, but it's kind of like, I prefer representation. This is not true representation. If the character is Asian in the comic, why in the world would you recast a black person for it? Now, I thought to myself, okay, maybe she's mixed with Asian. So I started Googling her and this and that. I can't find no exact details about her race. It just keeps saying like unknown, but when I keep digging more and more, I find some websites that say she's a British actress, but they keep putting the word Caucasian next to her. I'm just like, okay, I can understand she's mixed. You can tell she's mixed, but she ain't fully white. Okay, I don't know. This is like some kind of Raven Simone thing going on or what? But your hair look black, your face look black, you got some black in you. So I don't know if that website's just being like ignorant, stupid, or what. But this is what really got me heated and stuff like that. Cause like, I don't care if they recast, say like a white character with another race, only because there are so many white people in comics and very few people of color. See, in that situation, it is fine. But when you recast a person of color and make it another completely different person of color, that's just boneheaded stupid. And I don't understand the thought process of that. It's like, what were they thinking? They're like, oh, we ain't got no black people in the show. Let's just put a black person in there. So it's like, okay, fine. Find another character and make that person black. But, there are very few Asian people in comics that's not an Asian-centered, like, comic and everything. So why not keep this person, like, Asian? It reminds me, I think of that TV movie X-Men thing that came out in the 90s. I think they made Jubilee white in that. And it's like, dude, like, what were you thinking? And so I don't understand. So with very few Asian characters that aren't like stereotype looking and stuff like that, or stereotype powers and nothing like that, why not just cast an actual Asian person? I mean, there's millions of them in America. You ain't like you ran out. And this is probably why HBO Max doesn't want to comment and stuff. And so this is really pissing me off right here. And because, it don't make no sense. Like, if she's supposed to be Asian, let her be Asian and stuff. Another thing that really is bugging me is that Edwin's supposed to have blonde hair. And as you can see from this leaked set photo, this dude ain't got no blonde hair. And why did they recast for? And so, like, when I was looking at the showrunners, there's a bunch of showrunners and stuff. And, well, the dude who wrote the episode in Doom Patrol, he's the main showrunner. So that's a good thing. At least he can keep it the way it was in the show. And now they got a bunch of executive producer. Greg Bertinelli, he's one of course. And I'm tired of that dude. Stop casting that. Stop, well, not casting. Stop hiring that man to create, like, comic book crap. And so the other person whose name I forgot, I think her name's Sarah or something, a lot of stuff she does, like shows I particularly don't like. Riverdale, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So I'm like, oh man, please say this show ain't gonna be all like that crap. Cause Greg Bertinelli, he's also an executive producer on like Riverdale and all that CW Arrowverse stuff and like God, now I'm just not excited for this show. And I was really excited for this show. But now I know the main cast ain't there and they literally fought to keep their like spot. It's just like, why? Why did they do this for? Now there could be a number of reasons as to why they decided to go with the recasting. Sometimes a celebrity's like schedule, just won't allow it. It's like they're already like contracted to like another show or like another movie, or they're filming something and just can't get out of it. Another reason could be is because sometimes when you are contracted to a certain like show that's part of a studio or like a streaming site, they want to keep you and they don't want to like really share you with nobody else. So say you get like a show on like what is it, Netflix, right? You're pretty much good. They'll give you like other shows like guest starring movies, and they want to keep you as their property and not share you with nobody else, because when you start wowing people, they don't want you to wow somebody on somebody else's network or streaming site. And then there's the other possibility, the one that really sucks, is it's kind of like, okay, you was all right in this, but we want to go in a different direction. You can't exactly bring what we want to the table, performance-wise, and so that normally sucks. But like I said before, they was really cool for like what they did in Doom Patrol, but maybe the showrunners just kind of like for whatever vision they have for their own show, these people just didn't fit that mold for some bizarre reason, or it could just be other stupid reasons, like maybe they didn't, because maybe they just didn't want to have to pay the writers or whatever, or the showrunners for like Doom Patrol for those stars that appeared in that thing. Sometimes that does kind of happen, like in Star Trek. The dude who played Tom Paris, now he was Nick Locarno and TNG. And they wanted to bring that same character for Voyager, but they would have to pay rights to the writer who created that character. And so they just created a brand new character who had the same personality and conflict of that in TNG. But then this don't make no sense. These are stars that got recast, not necessarily a star playing a different character. So I don't know how that will fit, unless somehow the billing situation is different per episode with that star, and perhaps maybe they have to pay somebody for that. Who knows, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe these stars were just like too much money, or maybe they wanted to show brand new faces or something. Or maybe the showrunner had like, their own vision of what these characters look like, and those other people just wasn't it. For whatever reason, it sucks. And like I said before, I don't want to have to get used to a brand new cast. I remember, but sometimes, like I said, sometimes recasting can be a good thing. Sometimes it can't. But I do remember it's like that same thing with Titans and Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol showed up on Titans. They had everybody who you see on Doom Patrol, except for two of the star body actors weren't there. They had to recast those. Like, for Cliff and Larry, they had to recast the people who's underneath the suit for the Doom Patrol show. But that doesn't matter, because we don't get to see what they look like anyway. But everybody came back except for the dude who plays the Chief. he is the only one who got recast for some reason. And and Crazy Jane, of course, wasn't in that Titans episode. So it is, and also Cyborg wasn't either. So I guess it's just got to be one of those situations. It's gonna be set on a completely different universe, and it's just like, dude, how many universes y'all got? I thought that whole crisis thing was supposed to simplify everything, that make it more complex. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.